the Goal Digger Girl coming in live for day 3. Gotta fix my Instagram video here. We're coming in for day 3, and I gotta say, those that are here for day 3, you are really, really demonstrating that you're totally serious about growing your business. So I just want to acknowledge you for that, because it is absolutely true that a lot of people sign up for challenges and master classes and different things, and they don't get past day 1. You know, we sign up for things, we think it sounds great, but we actually don't follow through. You're here and you are continuing to challenge with us, and I want to acknowledge you for that. That's awesome. And it just makes me even more excited to come in and deliver this content today, because OMG, my just love is anything to do with content. Like, I'm that person who I could just create content all day. People are like, what do you do in your spare time? And I'm like, I'm in Canva making content. Like, I don't even need to be doing that, but that's what I want to do. So if you've struggled with content, or you're just like, gosh, I feel like I'm missing the mark with my social media, or I don't even know what to post. You know, I want to be consistent, but I don't know what I'm doing. This is going to allow you to get really clear on all of that and be confident to step forward in your messaging on social media. Because without, some of you, I'd hopped in your profiles, because that's what I do. And you have businesses and there's not anything on your social media. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, when you get this down, you are going to blow the doors off of your goals. Okay. So I just want to welcome you guys on. Let me know in the chat, what are you most excited about implementing that you've learned so far? So share in the comments, what are you most excited about as far as what you've learned in the first couple of days with us? And what are you really excited to implement into your business? Like, you're like, okay, yes, like that is what that's really lighting me up. Or it could even be a mindset shift, right? You're like, I'm just seeing things differently now. I'm definitely like becoming more confident and postured, and realizing that like I'm playing a bigger part in this than I really realized. Okay, that can be really freeing, because it does allow you to take ownership and responsibility. So let us know in the comments, what are you most excited to implement of what you've learned so far as well. Tag your coach or your concierge within our community. So just use the @ symbol, give them a tag, because they want to know that you're here, and it's a way for you to check in and be held accountable. Also, if you're just joining us, we do have this happen quite frequently when we do these challenges, that people will come in and they'll just binge all the content because it's up just for a few days. So if you're just joining us today, that's totally cool. And if you haven't connected with someone from Team Goal Digger, you can just put coach in the comments and we'll make sure that someone connects with you. And this is it. This is the last time I am offering VIP. Okay, this is it. You will not hear me talk about it again after today's training. So if you're not in VIP yet, you absolutely need to be in VIP, okay? It's a minimal investment. You're gonna get lifetime access to all the recordings and all of the replays and all the things, but most importantly, you're going to get the direct coaching from me and the coaching team to really smash through blocks, work through some struggles that you have, and really, really help you if you are confused or overwhelmed, disorganized, all over the place. We're really going to talk through that. So just put VIP by itself in the comments and we'll get you in that, okay? That's going to be today right after the live training. All right, so we have a winner. This winner can pick any of the books that we have here. The Goal Digger. This book is How I Got Started on Social Media, #1 international bestseller. This we just launched this year. If any of you want to grab it, DM our team and we'll get this to you. The 90-Day Goal Crusher. It might even be in my milkshake actually on Instagram if you want to check it out. This is phenomenal. Okay, we literally, Steph actually came up with the idea to do this. So I got to give Steph a shout out for that. But it is literally how you can set a 90-day goal and crush it. She can also grab, or you guys can get on Amazon, The Art of Self-Discipline. So if you procrastinate, have bad habits, that's the book for you. Why Balance is BS. This is the ultimate guide to time management and juggling all the things. People always ask me like, how do you do it? How do you get it all done? I wrote a book about it. Boss It Up Babe is how I built a personal brand on social. And last but not least, this one just came out this summer, Becoming a Money Boss. So if you really want to get a grip on your money and get it working for you, grab one of those books. The winner today is Michelle Savage. Woo! So congratulations, Michelle. You can pick any of those and we will mail that to you. So just send a DM to your coach or concierge, let them know which book you would like and your address, and we will get that out to you. And then team, you can just get that to Crystal. Okay. Congratulations, Michelle. That's awesome. Okay. So we're going to jump in to today's content. Oh, don't forget, because social media is what it is, it doesn't always notify people when we go live. Use the @ symbol, and I'm going to challenge each of you to tag at least one business bestie, one friend, someone that's on your team, someone that's building a business on social, an entrepreneur, someone who wants to get that side hustle going. Tag at least one friend in the comments, okay? And if you're on Instagram, you can just hit the airplane button and you can share it, okay? All right, so today we're going to talk about creating engaging content that converts. You all know what content is, right? You've all had trainings on it. As we know, it's not enough just to post things anymore. It just doesn't work. You know, there's algorithms, there's engagement, or algorithms, you know, things that we have to understand, and coupled with engagement, these platforms, there is a whole system to it. It's a whole process. They can tell when people are liking the content that you're sharing, it's relevant, you know, it's prompting them to react to the post or whatever form of content you're sharing. They can detect all that. So if you don't understand engagement or how to create content that's relevant, people are not going to engage with it. So it's basically telling those platforms, people don't like your content. So it's not, oh, you know, no one likes me. It's you learning how to create content that your audience wants and that they're going to interact with. Okay. So it's not, you know, you don't wake up one day, you just know how to do it. You have to practice and implement and then have a plan. And today we're going to get your plan in place. Okay. All right. So if you have the workbook, we're going off the workbook. If not, just take notes, pen and paper. Okay. All right. Key recaps. Finding ways to attract potential clients are limitless. I just need to do the work. Okay. So when you think about social media, okay, I want you guys to drop a word that's equivalent to limitless in the comments for me. Okay. When you start to realize that it is limitless, it's abundant. So drop a word that is going to be your word. Okay. This is your word to remind you. Okay. Put this in the comments for me. Words are very powerful. Unstoppable, abundance, limitless, no boundaries. I want you to think about the power of social media in your business. Drop a word. Infinite. So good. Vanette, possibility. It literally, there are billions of people on social media. Okay. So when I was in my first direct sales company or network marketing company, it was hair care. I still use their stuff. I love it. And I was like, all right, Mama's going to hustle, right? Because I was very like, I didn't understand how important my mindset and getting in alignment and being that person would attract what I wanted. I thought I had to grind it out, right? Anyone in that work masculine energy, which we need part of that for sure. But we don't want to be hustling and grinding all the time where we will get sick, right? So I'm not even kidding you guys, when I was working full-time at a health club and I was in charge of membership. So I did all the tours, you know, integrated new members, checked on them. I was in charge of wellness. So I did all the nutrition. I did all of the corporate. So I handled all the corporate accounts. I'd go out and do lunch and learns. And I was in charge of community. I forgot what I have PTSD. It was something with the community, but I had to go out in the community and tell people about what we did and get people, right? So I worked full-time doing that. It was crazy, the hours, the nights, the weekends. Well, when I was out doing my community work, you know, of course I have to take a lunch break and things like that too. So in my spare time, I would go to hair salons and I would go in and I would find the ones where there was a bunch of suites and you could just go in and there's different people. And I would literally wait until the person was in between clients, which could take some time. And I would cold prospect them. I would walk into a room, had no business being there, and say, hey, you know, I wanted to see if I could leave some samples with you and get your opinion on this line. I'll pick it up in a week if you're down for that. Yeah. And it was knock on doors. It was exhausting. Actually, if I look back, hardly any of them converted. Okay. And I share that with you because that is not limitless. That is not abundance. That is not, you know, really seeing that, you know, there's limitless potential, no boundaries. There was a few people, you know, knocking on doors, hustle and grinding it out. So when we start to think about, we have social media, this is why I get so excited because I don't have to go walk into weird people's offices and they're like looking at me like, who's this chick? But what I love about social media is that it does allow us to reach people around the world. Okay. I have women that are in my DMs telling me I was about to just give it all up. I was about to quit, throw in the towel. I was done. And I saw one of your videos and I'm so inspired. I'm so ignited. I want to learn from you. And and they're around the world. On the other side of the world, places I've never been. You can't tell me that's not magical and amazing. Like, we really take advantage of it. And I just want to focus on how incredible it is, because when you get into social media content, you can either think it's frustrating and overwhelming and you don't know what you're doing, or you can look at it to go, wow, it's limitless, it's abundant. I can connect with people around the world. Do you want to make a difference? Well, here's your platform for that. How cool is that? Okay. So attracting potential clients are limitless. You just need to do the work. Okay. You just need to work it, have a plan, which we're going to get into all of that. And you're going to see how it's all going to come together, which is really exciting. Okay. Next paragraph says, by creating engaging content and curating meaningful content. So the first blank is content. By creating engaging content and curating meaningful content, I will attract endless leads to me with my social media marketing. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Linda. By creating engaging content and curating meaningful content, I will attract endless leads to me with my social media marketing. So we talked about lead gen yesterday. Would you guys not agree that there are so many different ways to generate leads? Sometimes you just kind of sitting there going, okay, there's so many different ways to generate leads. Like, where do I even want to start, right? That's why we narrowed it down to 3 different ways yesterday. And now that's part of your non-negotiable, because I saw the homework post. So you guys all were checking in, which is awesome, okay? Because you want to hold yourself accountable with this content. Remember, you don't want to just watch videos and hang out with us. You want to be implementing as you're going. Those that actually watch each video, sometimes 2 or 3 times, they implement the homework and stay with us for the 5 days, will be changed. I can pretty much, I can't make guarantees because it's not, you're not allowed to do that in this space, but I can pretty much guarantee it. Okay. So take it seriously, watch the trainings, but implement and do the homework. So on the homework feed, I saw that on there. Okay. I saw that you were claiming where you were going to be generating leads. Okay. So by creating engaging content and curating meaningful content, what does that mean, curating? Okay. So there's a coffee shop that I love locally. It's called Runaway Luna. And the owner, Kathy, she's like a second mom to me. She's just wonderful. And every time you come into the coffee shop, she wants to show you the things she's recently curated from around the world. So her thing is vintage. She loves finding, like, she gave me a whole educational lesson on milk glass. And she was talking about like the war and all these things about milk glass. And it was beautiful and all the things. She's curating it. She's collecting it. She's gathering it to make sense for the vibe of the coffee shop. You don't get that at Starbucks, do you? You don't walk into Starbucks and they're like, here's our goods from around the world. No. Okay, they have their branded stuff that you know is at every single Starbucks. Curated is where you gather and you collect, and and there's a theme to it. It's woven beautifully together with a common theme. And when you start to realize that that's how your content gets to be, you're going to start to see that the reason why you haven't had traction is because you haven't curated your content. You're all over the place. You're just like, well, I'll do this funny post about, which way to flip the toilet paper. And I've done that in the past. So if you're there, it's all good. At first, you just want to put stuff up there, right? You know what I'm saying? You just want to put stuff up and get comments. I get it. But when you start to think about building a personal brand, building an audience, having people coming to you saying, hey, I want to know more about what you do, or hey, I saw your thing. Can you tell me more about that? You want that to happen? It's going to come with curated content. So curating your content is where you develop a theme. Okay. So for example, if you're out at Hobby Lobby and you are in the fun, I love Hobby Lobby. Does anyone else love Hobby Lobby? It's kind of too far from my house to go there frequently. And I freaking love it. Scott's like, oh, you're going to Hobby Lobby. I'll see you in like 3 hours. So, the section where they have all of the like funds, it's like almost a swag section, like coffee mugs and all the things. I kid you not, guys, regularly, I get messages in my DMs of a screenshot of someone at Hobby Lobby taking a picture, or dollar store is another common one, of something that says Gold Digger on it. So it might be a makeup bag or a cup, and they'll be like, did you see this? I've had people buy stuff and send it to me that says Gold Digger. So part of the content I've curated is Gold Digger, and not just my brand, but I use it a lot, right? Hey, Gold Diggers, hashtag Gold Diggers. What does a gold digger do? They crush their goals, talking about goals and going after it. So part of the content I've curated over the years is Gold Digger. And guess what's really interesting? This started happening to me before I launched my brand. Yeah. So people would just, because I always talked about it, goal setting, that is like, was my thing. It still is. And they're like, oh my gosh, you always talk about, goal digger and all the things look. And I was like, oh, I'm on, I should look into this because this is like how people are seeing me. And that's how I picked the original brand, was the goal digger girl. It's so fun. It's full of fun stuff. It's just magical. So when you think about curating your content, we want people to start to know you for something. So Linda is on Instagram right now, and Linda is a realtor. So I don't know much about Linda, but let's just pretend that Linda is like, let's say Linda's a realtor in Dripping Springs, Austin, Texas. Dripping Springs is a suburb of Austin, Texas. So let's say Linda is a realtor in the Dripping Springs area, okay? And what Linda does is she loves all things Dripping Springs. She knows the best restaurants to go to. Hey, your car needs to be fixed. She'll tell you who to go to. Oh, you need a babysitter. Here's, 5 people to check out. Like, she knows everything about Dripping Springs. As a realtor, and she's working that market, doesn't it make sense that would be part of the content she curates and she's known for? And what happens is when people need a restaurant or a coffee shop or whatever, they're going to go check out what Linda recommends because she's become known for that. And when people aren't buying and selling houses every day, and when they are, the first person they're going to think of is Linda. And I can't tell you how many people we've referred to our realtors over the years that have moved into the area. It's dozens of people. So even if we're not in the market right now for a house, we know lots of people who are, and we're going to refer them to Linda. So you guys see how Linda's a realtor, but we can build out her content and curate it around the community, which would make sense. And now people are following her, wanting to hear what she has to say about local cool things happening in the community. Okay, it's pretty cool how you can think about what you could do with your content. Most of you are taking this way too seriously. You're overanalyzing. You have spreadsheets. You're like, okay, let me search that keyword and see how many people. No. What's fun for you? What do you like to share? What do you like to do? Don't worry about if it makes sense on the end of what you sell. What do you like? What do you enjoy? And when you build around that, people will naturally come hang out with you wherever you are on social media. We have a client of ours right now, a student in our program. She has one of the fastest growing organic Facebook groups. Hundreds of people are joining it every week. And she started the group because she has an autoimmune disease. And part of that is there's this just negative side effect of it. She's found some natural remedies to combat that. So she started like a support group. There's thousands of people in that group and it's growing like wildfire. It has nothing to do with what she sells. Well, if she would have just had a VIP group for her, product, she'd probably have 100 people in there and nobody's looking at her stuff. Okay, so I really want to burst your bubble as far as like past thinking on this, and I want you just to really have fun with it and just let it flow a little bit of what you want to do. Okay, awesome. All right, so let's talk about the 5 ways to crush your content. The first one is to follow a content calendar. So for the scope of this training, I'm not going to go over the details of this, but we will put this in the homework post for you, okay? And there is a tutorial on how to use it, so I'm gonna show that to you right now. All right, so this right here is a social media content calendar. I created this a little bit ago, so if you haven't seen it in a while or you haven't seen it, that's probably why. This one is the one that I use to train on all platforms. We have some other ones that are specific to like Facebook and groups and things like that. For this purpose, since we're talking, bigger picture here, hey Sharon, what's up? We are going to use this one for reference, okay? So what we want to do is right in here where it says start here, go ahead on your own and you can watch the tutorial that I put together for that, okay? You're just gonna click in here, you're gonna go over here and you're gonna make a copy, okay? There'll be a spot right in here when you click in the menu to make a copy, and then you'll have your own. And you can play with this. You might have something you're already using, but you need to figure out a system that will work for you. This is one way. There are social platforms out there that you can use to plan all your content on different platforms. We like Social Tenacity. I've had so many different platforms people have used for scheduling content. Even now on a Facebook, on my personal profile, I can schedule content on my personal profile now. It's a new feature. They did take it away for a little bit and brought it back, so I don't know if they've decided to roll it out to everyone, but you can schedule content inside of your Facebook groups, on your business page, potentially your personal profile, and then apps out there for Instagram. I love Planoly. I like Preview. There's just so many things out there. It's really what you like. You got to play with it. Okay. But the most important thing is you need a system. Okay. The whole like pulling up your phone and you're like, what should I post today? That just doesn't work because you're not able to curate content that way. You're not able to think it through. So what I'd recommend doing is after you have this, just decide when this is personal profile. It says page, but it's personal profile. Decide where you want to be on this. As far as, are you going to focus on Facebook stories, Instagram? You can hide some of the columns, you can move stuff around, but I want you to start planning out your content. Okay. There's spots for 2 posts on here. You might just do once a day. What I want to encourage you to remember is that you are running your own business. Oh, and if you're on Instagram, by the way, we'll have this link for you inside of the Facebook group. This is your business. You get to decide how you're going to build this business. So if you are sitting there watching my screen and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know how, what do I do if I don't want to post twice a day? Like we get vajiggy with things, and what's actually happening? You're self-sabotaging. Yeah. Because subconsciously you're looking for an out because you want to stay the same. You don't, but your subconscious does. So when you start to notice where you're like, or you're like, oh my gosh, she said that and I'm doing this, it's okay. What you want to do is you want to sift and sort. And this is not just in business, but it's in life. Okay. I run my business very differently. One of my closest friends, our business models are completely different. Okay. It's different for me. I'm a little, off my rocker a little bit with my obsession. As Grant Cardone says, be obsessed or be average. I'm obsessed with all the things. Like I told you guys, I legit would want to play in Canva in my free time. Her model is totally different. She wants to just really have a free, like for her freedom, time freedom is her biggest thing. She doesn't want to work very much. And I think that's very sexy, by the way. So like, I'm absolutely keeping an eye on how she's doing it and taking notes. But she doesn't look at me and go, oh my gosh, Kimberly's working way more than me. What's wrong with me? No, she's like, oh, that's awesome. Good for you, girl. Go girl. Right. And I look at her and I'm like, okay, I see how this is all working for her. And there's some things I can pick up from her. We're not comparing each other and saying one is better than the other or having imposter syndrome. We're sifting and sorting. So you get to sift and sort as well. Do you like the Trello board? Is that a helpful tool to you? Or are you more of an app person and you want to schedule things out and have them post? So use it and sift and sort and say, I like that. I'm going to put that in my toolbox. Okay. Or just leave it. There's no right or wrong way to do this. And if you're in integrity and things feel good to you, you can't go wrong. Okay. So I want you to follow some kind of content calendar every week by week by week. If you can get a month ahead, we plan stuff out quarterly now, and all of our launches and stuff are planned out for next year already. You'll get to that point, guys. But when you're starting out, week by week, not day by day, I would do week by week, because what will happen is if you do day by day and one day gets just like really out of control with busyness and you go, oh, I'm just going to skip tomorrow, you're going to get off track. But if you create when you create a weekly routine of, okay, every Sunday, I sit down and I plan out my content for the week, you'll create a rhythm to that. Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay. And any questions, we're going to do that in VIP. Yeah. But please save your questions, because I do want to know what you want guidance on. So we'll do all questions, Q&A in VIP. All right. So write that down in your notes. Number 1 is follow a content calendar. Number 2, go live weekly. Now, I'm going to give you some options for this. If going live isn't going to be your thing, I'm going to give you some choices here. Okay. Go live weekly. So what we want to do with this is that we want to start thinking about our signature content. So signature content is like, what's your beefy content of the week where you're really offering value, something substantial. A weekly live, some alternatives to weekly lives could be a podcast. You could produce a new podcast every week. Or you could produce a new YouTube episode. Okay. So where it's recorded and edited and all the things, you could do that. So yesterday we talked about all the different places to go live. There's a lot of places, or a podcast or YouTube signature content. Okay. Maybe you have a great blog post where you put together links and all kinds of things that could count as well, but it's got to be substantial. It's got to be different. You can't count like a daily post on your wall. Okay. But what is going to be like your signature content, and do it every single week. It's not enough to show up once a month on live, because there's too many people out there going live more consistently than you that you'll lose your audience. And also remember this, you guys, this is really important. When you are active on social media and your audience is engaging, you move up in the algorithm. So the algorithm is just a rating. So I have a really, really strong algorithm rating on all platforms because I show up every day and my team helps me. We're very consistent. Well, I'm holding up there, right? You see, if I post a story, I'm probably at the top of your stories, okay? What happens is when you're like, oh, you know what? Social media is just so overwhelming, right? I'm in a glass case of emotion. I love saying that. And you're just overwhelmed. You drop off. Well, what happens is your algorithm rating drops pretty quickly because there's so many other people posting that they're just going to move up the feed. So it's, again, not to have a scarcity mindset. It's just to light a little fire under you of, be consistent. Now, if you're going to take time off, say it's the holidays and you're like 2 weeks in the mountains with my family, we have a home in the mountains, actually in Angel Fire, New Mexico. We take off a couple of weeks over winter break. If I wanted to just not be on social, I would let everyone know, hey, I'm going to be off on like a little mini sabbatical. I'll see you guys after the new year. Like, it's not a, oh my gosh, I can't, right? Like we need to just have a little emotional responsibility. There's some, emotional IQ on that. Okay. So we want to be consistent. We want to stay top of mind and really keep our algorithm rating high. Number 3 is we want to master engagement. Oh yeah. Master engagement. So I gave you a little hint yesterday, but mastering engagement is where you are actually writing your posts in a way that you're going to engage your audience with the way you're writing it. So instead of saying #blessed, right? Like it's you and your family and you're on vacation somewhere, #blessed, my life is magical. Instead, you could say, oh my gosh, feeling so blessed to be able to, take this time with my family and be able to pay for, this vacation with my side hustle. What about you? Where's your next family trip planned? And what happens is people see you, they instantly go, oh, wow, that looks fun. Oh, wow, she did that. She paid for that herself. That's awesome. I want to do that for my family. Oh, where's our next vacation? We don't have one planned. We can't afford it. Maybe I need to talk to her how she paid for the family vacation. So you can actually use that as like a really good curiosity business post, okay? So ask questions, get to know your audience, watch what they're posting, right? Pay attention to what's going on. Number 4 is include CTAs. So a CTA is a call to action. So just asking a question is a form of a call to action. The other way to have a call to action is to prompt them. So when you're writing the post or you're doing the reel, prompt them. So you could do something such as drop me if. You could have like a quote and you could say drop some fire if you agree, right? The other one I like to do is true or false, and I'll put a statement and people will comment true or false. Those always do really well, but it's giving them a call to action of what to do, right? Put this emoji, drop me, raise your hand if, put the word blank below. I have been doing a ton of CTAs in all of the lives. If you actually look at the replays of our lives from yesterday and the day before, the day 1 video has like it has, almost 1,500 views on it, but there's over 1,000 comments on that video. So for almost every person who's watching, there's a matching comment. That's like unheard of, okay? Why? Because we're prompting, we're doing CTAs, call to action, okay? The more you do that, the better for your algorithm, better for engagement. And the cool thing is, guys, every time someone comments on your stuff, they are feeling an emotional connection with you. They wouldn't take the time. I mean, we all do it, right? We scroll and we hit like, and we keep going. If they pause and actually read your post or your reel or watch your reel or story, engage, they're pausing. They're taking a minute. That's huge. That's gold. Okay. And you want to make sure to like their comment and reply back and keep it going. But that is huge. Okay. That's part of that engagement process, is engage with them. Don't just drop an emoji back, reply back and continue that conversation. So number 4 is include CTAs. Number 5 is be consistent. Be consistent. As we talked about with the algorithm, it's not even, who's a better marketer or better at content. That doesn't matter, okay? When I first started, I didn't have, a website. When I launched my company, the Gold Digger Girl, I didn't have a website. I didn't have landing pages. I actually just did a post and I said, hey, who wants to get into my 6-week boot camp or whatever it was? And people PayPal'd me. I didn't have anything together. I didn't have a graphic. It doesn't matter. Okay. If you build your audience and people love you, know you, trust you, and they want to work with you, it doesn't matter. Okay. So don't let that get in your head. You just have to be consistent and show up. Okay. All right. Next section, write this down. What are the top 3 pain points of your potential clients? What are the top 3 pain points of your potential clients? So if you're in network marketing, direct sales, you can choose product or business. I do recommend focusing on one or the other with your content. I would not be the health and wellness person who also gives you, financial independence. I wouldn't do that personally. I would focus on health and wellness and being, the it person for that, the go-to person for health and wellness. Or I would focus on teaching people how to build, sustainable businesses on social media, okay, or side hustles. So I would pick one or the other if you're network marketing or direct sales. If you're in real estate, you're an artist, you have a graphic design business, you do branding, you help people with emotional trauma, you're a life coach, whatever space you're in. What are your audience's pain points? I want you to pick 3 top pain points. You can just kind of brainstorm a bunch and then narrow it down to your top 3 because you're going to want to have that finished for your homework. And feel free to drop them in the comments if you already know them. What are your top 3 potential clients or business builders, customers? What are their top 3 pain points? A pain point is their struggle. What's their challenge? What keeps them up at night? What frustrates them? What overwhelms them? I know our top 3 pain points of our clients, our students, are that they don't understand how to build a personal brand on social media. So they don't even know their brand. They don't know who they want to serve. Like they want to build a business on social, but they don't know the branding part. The other thing that they really struggle with is organization. So they don't have systems in place. They don't have tools. Even showing the Trello board, they're like, I want that, but I'm literally flying by the seat of my pants. And the third thing is the mindset. They don't think they're good enough. So they have imposter syndrome. They've got so much old programming. It's literally holding them back and keeping them in a state of poverty, honestly, and living paycheck to paycheck. So we know that's our pain point. So what we do is we create content to support them and guide them and get them out of those issues into what they want, getting them a result. And that's the solution. Okay. So if you know it's your middle name, you're not alone, trust me. So if you know your ideal avatar's 3 pain points, jot those down. Okay. And you can put them in the comments to share. Example of somebody who maybe you sell hair care, right? I used to sell hair care, as I mentioned to you guys. And and you're looking for customers. What would be 3 pain points? The type of content you guys, by the way, let me just tell you, you see what I've created now, and I have a strong personal brand, all the things, and it's wonderful. And we love that. We celebrate that. If you go back, I've never taken anything down. All my stuff is still up from back in the day. Circa 2018, I had, what was it called? I think it was hashtag mom life, maybe. I legit would do videos on a side braid. I was literally showing people how to do a side braid. You guys, I don't know how to braid my hair. I had to watch a YouTube video to figure it out. Why was I doing that? Because I was figuring out my audience. I didn't know yet. I knew I wanted to get more customers. So if I taught, hair tutorials or cool, fun things you can do with hair, I also showed some fashion stuff. It was just hashtag mom life. I would attract people to me, and it was successful. And then I realized I needed to pivot, right? That wasn't what I wanted to build long-term. I love the business side of things, obviously. So you can check out hashtag mom life. It's still out there. My point in sharing that is think about your customer. And if your customer, you have a hair care product, what are the things, what are the pain points? Well, my target audience was moms. Okay. I knew that moms didn't want to wash their hair. So I talk about that, how dry shampoo, dry hair, or what is it? Dirty hair, don't care. I also knew the moms I was talking to, a lot of them struggled with postpartum hair loss. And then, premenopause, there's things that happen with your hair as well. I also knew that their hair was very damaged because of all the chemicals, all the things, right? So I would rotate through that kind of content and share things around the pain point. That's very direct, obviously, to lead to a product sale. But those are the pain points. The other pain points are moms want to look good. They want to look youthful. They want to look like they're together. They don't want to have, they don't want to be embarrassed and self-conscious about their thin hair. It's a real thing. I definitely, I had lost a lot of hair after having the girls, and it was embarrassing. That's why actually, the bangs were always so helpful. I could kind of put them over. That impacts her confidence. So I know that's another pain point, is feeling not confident, feeling a little embarrassed about her hair. Okay. So there's lots of ways you can go about that. Okay. Next section, themed content calendar. Is this helping, by the way? Just drop some fire if this is helping and you're like, okay, it's starting to make sense. And, again, guys, this is stuff you're going to have to watch 2 or 3 times. Okay. Mark my words. You watch it again and you're going to hear things that you didn't hear the first time around. It happens every time. All right, themed content calendar. So we've got the next page is where you can put a theme for each day. You don't have to do this, but I found this can be really helpful for those that are newer to being consistent with content creation. Or it might be a time for a rebrand. You know, we're doing a rebrand right now. It might be time for a rebrand. What you've been doing the last 2 years might not serve anymore. It might not serve your audience. You might be bored of it. You're sick and tired of talking about dirty shampoo or dirty hair, whatever it's called, dirty shampoo. You're sick and tired of talking about dry shampoo, whatever. It might be time for a rebrand. This is a great time to consider that. The content you've been sharing, is it working? Is it connecting with your avatar? Do you enjoy talking about it, right? Okay, so go ahead in the workbook or with pen and paper. You can put down some, and this is also on that Trello board. There's a bunch of ideas for you. So Monday, we're going to just put some themes down. Okay. You don't have to put this in your message, in your post. This will guide you when you're creating content. So Monday, what are some things you could do for Mondays? Drop it in the comments. I have hashtag Monday motivation. What are some other things that you could do in your niche? It could be meal prep Monday. It could be motivational Monday. It could be meme Monday, and every Monday you share a funny meme or something like that. Monday Madness. Yeah. The motivation one. That's a really easy one. You know, it could be what's your mood, checking in, Monday mood. Okay. Look at all of these. This is awesome. Okay. Any M's or Monday, it doesn't have to be an M, but what do you want to do on Mondays? Mindset Monday. That's of course one of my favorites. Put that in the comments so everybody can get some ideas. Okay. So what you're going to do is on Monday, so say Rudy chose Marketing Monday, okay? And it's Monday and she sees, okay, Marketing Monday, or she's on Sunday, she's planning out her content for the week. And she's like, okay, what am I going to do on Monday? Every Monday, Rudy posts something around marketing. It could be a marketing tip. It could be a trend in marketing. It could be a new app that helps people who are marketing online. It could be a picture of her at her desk, planning out all of her marketing content for the week. There's a lot of different things, different ways to skin a cat, right? But that little phrase for herself, Marketing Monday, is enough to stimulate the creative juices. I heard this somewhere. I can't remember who said it, but they said a lack of creativity is a lack of commitment. A lack of creativity is a lack of commitment. So if you're like, I'm just not creative like that, I don't know. That's a lack of commitment. You're giving yourself an out. You're giving yourself an excuse. We don't play with that here. So we have just as many struggles and issues and personal things and family and all the things as all of you do. But what we say is, I acknowledge that and I'm going to be present for that. And I'm going to stay focused and keep moving forward towards my goals. The effort and the output and the amount of time you can contribute to your business is going to change. It's going to change based on your life, right? But we don't give up. You let the excuses be bigger than what our goals are, okay? All right, so I see a lot of M's. All right, Tuesday, what could you do for Tuesday? Drop that in the comments, right? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Go ahead and plan out the whole thing for me. Like you pick something. Can you have more than one? People always ask this. Yes, okay. So Debbie has Transformational Tuesday. I love that, Debbie. And then she might say, 1 week I'm going to do Transformational Tuesday. And then the other one is going to be Tips Tuesday. So she just rotates through those. Yep, that totally works. Understand, no one's sitting there watching, waiting for you to post, going, oh, I don't know. Is that on schedule? Like they don't know, right? So it can be whatever you want. Yeah, any ideas that you guys have for different ones, drop them in the comments. Thankful Thursday, that's such a good one. Yeah, and just remember too, like this is your opportunity to be intentional about your content, think it through, plan ahead. Just the act of doing that is going to change your content. It's going to change your business because you're thinking about it. You're being intentional. You're deliberate. The energy you're putting behind it, you're taking this seriously, and the results will come from that. It's when we wing it that we're sending a message that we're not taking this seriously. Your audience will notice it as well and they'll respond. So plan out all 7 days. Now, let's say it's Saturday and you're like, well, I don't want to do skincare Saturday. Like you get to Saturday and you're like, I don't want to do that. Well, what do you want to do? You want to do something else that day? Go ahead and do something else. You can just put engaging comments up or engaging posts up. You can just ask people, hey, I'm taking a poll. How many of you are going to be home for the holidays? How many of you are traveling? Well, that doesn't really go with Skincare Saturday, but Cindy could put that in. She's on YouTube. You can't see her on Facebook or Instagram, but Cindy could absolutely do that for that Saturday instead of the skincare she's feeling it. Okay. Again, you got to remember this is fluid. It's not cookie cutter. It's not, Now, if you're a more of a black and white personality and you like it being rigid like that, then cool. Every Saturday you could do skincare Saturday. Okay. One thing to be mindful is products. I shouldn't say try. Don't want to use the word try. Avoid focusing on a product. So if you don't sell skincare, Cindy, like let's say you sell, something else, okay, the shampoo or whatever. You sell something else, has nothing to do with skincare. Go ahead and stick with skincare Saturday. But if you sell a product, don't put the product name in any of the themes. You could do, something around beauty or, feel fabulous. Oh, you could do that. Feel Fabulous Friday. And every Friday you give a tip to allow them to feel more fabulous. So it could be skincare one week. It could be lashes one week. It could be, an organic perfume that you've fallen in love with. But Feel Fabulous Friday. So you can work it in, but you don't want it to be the thing because then it's just focusing on product. Okay. So avoid products, or even, if you have a business opportunity or a program, you don't want to be like, okay, it's, come coach with me Friday and you're going to come and talk about your coaching programs. Okay. You want it to be very value driven. Okay. All right, I think I've spoken enough on that. And of course, we have the VIP session to go through all of this. So I'm just giving you the information right now, and then we'll dig in the VIP. If you are just joining us, because I see we've had people come on since we kicked off today, just put VIP in the comments. This is your last chance, and we're closing out VIP right now. Okay, so if you want to get in VIP, just put VIP in the comments. You'll get all the replays, lifetime access to the recordings, and the private Zoom sessions afterwards. Okay. All right. So I have to say this as we're transitioning here into homework. Oh, good. I'm glad a couple of you are jumping into VIP. The reality is, you guys, is that this stuff works. Would you guys agree with that? Just put yes in the comments. If what I'm teaching to you, it feels legit. It feels aligned. It feels like, oh yeah, this feels really good to me. Like, I love the way you're teaching this. I like the way that you're going about how we can approach our business, social media. Just put yes in the comments. Okay. And I hit 6 figures in 90 days using these same strategies. So it absolutely works. There's nothing special about what I did. I literally just use these strategies that I'm sharing with you guys right now. Okay. So if you guys had the opportunity to work with me and our coaching team and to really dig into your business. Okay. So like, oh, my voice. Okay. Just send good vibes to my voice. Take a sip of water. If you had the opportunity to work with me in depth and my coaching team, how many of you would say yes to that? How many of you would be like, yes, I really want to dig into this. I know that this is just scratching the surface. I really want to unpack this. I want to dig in. I really want to get a clear plan, and I want to really be able to map things out so I can just run and totally crush it for next year, right? So if that's the case and you're saying yes, why? Put in the comments why you would want to work with me and my team. Is it that, you feel like, you can trust us, you feel safe here? Is it because you're like, I feel like the way that you're sharing the content allows me to really serve and come from a place of abundance versus feeling like I'm just hustling, trying to get more people to, buy my thing. Okay. It could be the energy around it, how we're teaching. Let me know why in the comments. Okay. I want to know. Okay. Well, I am very excited to share with you guys that we have a solution for you guys that I want to present to you right now, because this solution is going to allow you to work with me and the team at a deeper level and really set you up for an amazing 2023. Take a look. Presenting the 3-day strategic intensive planning session. This 3-day intensive is going to allow you to spend 3 full days with us, where we're going to literally dig into all the things. I'm actually going to share the agenda with you guys in a second and plan out everything for 2023. So as you're watching this and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm in, I want to jump in and do this with you guys. We've never done this before. This is brand new content. Just drop 2023 in the comments and we'll know that you want to get more information on it. Okay. It's a no-brainer offer. It's not a group coaching program or anything like that. This is an opportunity for you to come in with us for 3 full days. Because the truth is, a lot of you want to make 2023 amazing, but you can't even get yourself to sit still for 30 minutes to start planning. Am I right? So in the 2023 strategic planning session, we're actually going to dig in to everything for next year. And by the way, this 3 days is a working 3 days. This is not where you sit, like this style that we've been doing is me teaching and talking and coaching. You'll be doing, okay? Again, a lot of you, I love all of you, but you really do struggle with sitting down and just mapping it out. And if you don't map it out, you guys, I hate to tell you this, you're going to be right where you are right now a year from now. Because when you intentionally change and put that plan together, that's when things start shifting, because you're sending a different message, okay? How confident are you gonna be when you go into 2023 with a full plan, okay? So just put 2023 in the comments, I'll share some details, and we have some bonuses for you guys. I am just gonna keep these bonuses available while this offer's up. We'll have this for a few days, and then everything will come down. So it's not gonna be, you have to hurry up and sign up right this second, but go ahead and grab your seat right away. Because we definitely want to get you guys in there, okay? And Steph, let's go ahead and drop the link in the comments. Liv, can you drop it on Instagram? This will be for the 3-day, okay? It's going to be on Zoom. I wish it was in person. It's going to be on Zoom, and you'll have lifetime access to all the recordings. By the way, if you have a team, if you have clients, you're in real estate, use the content we're going to teach you and turn around and teach it to your people. We have an abundant mindset here. That Trello board I shared with you guys that you're going to get today, share it. Like, we want you to share this, you implement it, and then you teach others as well. Okay. So just put 2023 in the comments. So we're going to have 3 full days together. It's going to be December 6th, 7th, and 8th. And if you're traveling or something, you can still get the replays by purchasing. Day 1 is going to be mapping out your content plan. Okay. We're going to do a strategic roadmap success plan. So this is where we get the strategy in place. Most people don't understand strategy, and it's a strength of mine. So I'm excited to share that with you, but we're actually going to map out your top personal goals, top professional goals, the strategies you need to implement those, and then the specific how-to, okay? We're going to reverse engineer your goals. If you want to do 6 figures next year, or maybe 7 figures, we need the plan to do that. What do you need to do every day to make that happen? It's not enough to say you want to be a 6-figure earner, because how long have you been saying that, right? Some of you have seen in the community for some time here. We need to set things up differently. We need to think differently. So I'm actually going to walk you through reverse engineering your revenue goals, so you know exactly what you need to produce every day to make that number happen. Okay. We'll have breakout sessions throughout as well. So you'll go off into separate Zoom sessions with the coaching team and myself, and we're going to work through the content. Okay. We're also going to do, are you guys ready for this? I'm so excited. I'm such a dork. Okay. We're gonna, and I say that lovingly, it's not talking down. I don't owe myself any affirmations. I'm a content dork. We're going to plan out all of your content for next year, your monthly content themes, and your conversion events. So a conversion event is going to be any online events you're going to do, free challenges. You're going to have the whole year planned out before it actually happens, before the year starts. Okay. We're also going to really work on the dialing down the engaging content. We're going to go more in depth than we were able to today, obviously for time's sake as well. Okay. Then we're going to do day 2 is going to be organized and automated. Okay. So we're going to do must-have automation tools. How many of you would like to know what we're using? You guys, when I left network marketing, my entire team, it was $1 million team, automated. The whole thing was automated. I had a VA that supported me. Shout out to Diane. She was in a VA role with that within our company. We had the entire team automated. People signed up, automated. New customer, automated. Everything was automated, okay? But even if you're not in network marketing, direct sales, what are the tools that people are using today for lead generation, follow up, being able to stay in front of people? Must have automation tools on day 2, lead magnet magic. Okay, you guys are asking a lot of questions in VIP about lead magnet. So by the end of day 2, you will have your lead magnet figured out. Won't have the whole thing done yet. We have some resources to help you with that, but you'll have it figured out. You'll know exactly what the lead magnet is, which format you're going to use. We're going to work on that in real time on day 2. But this is what you will have done by the end of day 2. Well, you have to do it in your homework time. Okay, you ready for this? You will have your landing page done with 1 email completed. We're giving you the landing page template in the email for you, and we're going to work on it with you. Because I know you guys are watching this going, man, I haven't got my landing page done yet. I know I need one, or people keep talking about this and I don't know what to do. Landing page launch plan. So we are going to walk you through all of it, and we're going to work on it in real time with you. I mean, how valuable is that to have myself, the coaches with you side by side, working on these things with you. And the tool we're going to give you is a free tool. So you don't have to spend a bunch of money on landing pages and all of that. It's a free tool. They have templates. We're in love with it. It's one of the most popular ones globally. It's huge. Okay. So we're going to do your lead magnet will be figured out. We're going to have your landing page done and the email written. So it's all ready to go. And it's just going to kind of force you to get it done. We're done with the procrastination. Okay. Not on my watch. All right. You're going into 2023 locked and loaded. You're not going into 2023 feeling like a hot mess express. You're just totally all over the place and you have no idea what's going on. Right. Or the holidays come and you're like, oh no, it's January 31st. You're like, shoot, I didn't even do my New Year's resolution. We don't have time for that. Okay. It's time to show up differently in our business. Day 3 is an unstoppable money mindset. So we'll get into mindset mastery with money, posturing up. We're also going to expand upon our selling strategy. So we're going to talk more about conversion and closing sales and sort of that whole process. We're also going to get into handling objections. And we're going to role play. Okay. So again, this is a working session. We're going to be on Zoom working through these things. A lot of you, when people say they don't have any money, you don't know what to say. You just kind of freeze up. We know what to say. Okay. So we're going to walk you through the different objections and we're going to role play, practice, and give you those tools. And then we're going to close everything out by giving you support and some resources to break through self-sabotage and smash blocks. Because again, you can watch videos all day long and know the coolest things to do. But if you keep self-sabotaging and repeating patterns and holding yourself back with a negative mindset, you're not going to be successful. You have to figure out what the blocks are and smash through them. And we're absolutely going to be crushing that content together for sure. Okay. So let me go ahead and put 2023 in the comments, and then let me show you guys the bonuses. Okay. These bonuses are going to be available until Tuesday at midnight, and then we're closing everything down. Tuesday at midnight, these are the bonuses. That's it. Okay. This is what we got for you. Okay. So this is what you're going to receive by signing up. This bootcamp, the 3-day is $497. That's the fee for the 3-day bootcamp. It's at least, I would say, probably a $10,000-$15,000 value, maybe more. For some of you, there's going to be things that come out of this that are going to change your entire life. So you can't really put a price tag on that. It really comes down to your desire. How badly do you want this? Okay. How badly do you want change? How badly do you want results? So here are the bonuses we have for you. If you're on Instagram, Liv, I can see she's in there helping you guys out. She can get you the link and it's on the landing page. Okay. These bonuses are available for anyone who enrolls in this. And we are closing this down Tuesday night at midnight. And everything goes away. Okay. All the trainings, all the things. Okay. So this is what you get. Rock Your Biz on Social Media Bootcamp. So this is an 8-week course I did, and this is literally start to finish, very clearly, step by step, how to get going on social media. Okay. The next one is Crushing It on Instagram, my personal favorite course, but my Instagram's almost at 50,000 followers organically. And we do, I would say probably 500,000 a year from Instagram. So it's a significant amount of revenue. So if you aren't on Instagram or you don't understand the ins and outs of it, this course will be great for you. These last two, Facebook groups, profit secrets. We are not covering Facebook groups this week, and we're not covering Facebook groups in the 3-day. I want you guys to, if you can, I'd love for you guys to go through this before the 3-day. Okay. Because it'll make more sense when we get into the content. And if you are not crushing your Facebook groups or you have a VIP Facebook group, we need to get a grip on that. And this is going to get you going with that. And then if you know that you self-sabotage, you have limiting beliefs around money, scarcity mindset, when you get a bill in the mail, your stomach, even this is how you know if you need this. When I said $497, you're like, oh, I don't know, $497. Trust me, if your back was against the wall and you needed to come up with $497, you'd find the money. Okay. It's the money mindset. It's you getting stuck in old programming, fear. You want to understand that money loves to move. Money loves energy. Money is fluid. Okay. So we spend money, we invest money to receive more, and we see it differently. So money mindset for, I'm guessing quite a few of you, is going to be really valuable. So you can also go through that on your own, and you'll have lifetime access to that. So go through as much as you can before the big day kicks off in December, but you can go back to it whenever you want to. Okay. So that right there are the bonuses that you're going to get for enrolling in this while we have this open this week. And then we will have more details to come on all of that. Okay. So just put 2023 in the comments. And then if you are on Instagram, we'll get you taken care of over there as well. Yeah, there's a lot of bonuses. Our team put that together. So you can thank our team because we're always looking for ways to surprise and delight you and really experience the goal digger difference. And one of the things that's different about us is we are very, very generous. We have an abundant mindset. And again, anything you're learning, we want you to pass it forward. Okay. Teach it. You could take some stuff from this week and turn around and teach it to your community next week. Like, absolutely. Okay. Are you guys excited about that? I'm so excited. I just know it in my heart. It's going to transform a lot of your businesses. And that's what lights me up. Okay. All right. So when you guys do enroll, take a screenshot or maybe a picture of yourself and throw it in your stories and celebrate, because I want to shout you out for that. It's incredible. Okay. And it just goes to show how serious you are about leveling up this next year. Okay, let's finish up with some action items, some homework, and then we're going to zip on over to VIP. Reminder, all the replays will be in guide number 7 for these live trainings in this challenge right now. Guide number 7 in Goal Digging Boss Babes. If you're watching this elsewhere, it's in Goal Digging Boss Babes, guide number 7. All the replays will come down Tuesday at midnight. All of the content comes down, this 3-day offer comes down, all the bonuses go away, okay? So put that in your calendar to binge watch and watch over and over again. All right, here are your action items for homework number 3. We are giving away a Girl Boss goodie box, okay? So whoever wins this, you're gonna get a box in the mail full of Girl Boss swag and it's just some fun things. You're gonna love it. So what you need to do is you need to complete your content calendar. So in your workbook where you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, have that filled out, okay? Figure out what you wanna do. What's the theme for each day? If you wanna start working on your Trello board and play around with that, cool. If you have your own Trello board or own software, awesome. You can continue to work on your content, but at a minimum, we want the theme completed, okay? The next thing, you're gonna schedule a day and time for your signature content. You're gonna schedule a day and time for your signature content. So Tuesday at noon, every Tuesday at noon, you go live on Facebook. Every Thursday morning, you drop a new podcast episode. It can be whatever you want, but I want to know what it is. So TikTok live, whatever. And I want to know day and time and be specific in the homework post. Everyone has actually been really good about that. I want you to be specific. I've got my content calendar figured out. Here's what I'm doing. I've got my signature content. I'm going to go live every week on Instagram. And this is when. And then the last thing is you're going to craft an intro post with a CTA. Ooh, I got to show you Christine's. Okay, this is perfect. Here is a great, oh, that's kind of weird. I don't know what I did. Sorry about that. Okay, hopefully you guys could see what I was sharing earlier. I had it on the wrong little string around thing. Okay, here's an example of what I want this to look like. Okay, so Christine Burke, you guys can go follow Christine. She's one of our amazing accelerator students and a dear friend of mine. And she walks the talk. She knows everything that we're teaching you guys. She actually does social media coaching. She'd be a good person for you guys to follow and see how she's doing it. All right, so what she did is she did a post yesterday. And this is what I want you guys to do. I want you to do a selfie. Yep, you're gonna do selfie and you're gonna build a bridge and get over it. And you're gonna be okay. We do have a selfies course for those of you that are like, I don't even know. And she did a post sharing about herself. Now she was really raw and vulnerable because she's done so much personal development and work. Not all of you are going to be able to be as raw as she was in her post, and you don't need to. But what I want you to do is I want you to introduce yourself, and I want you to do a post, and I want you to say, hey, hey, hi everyone. I wanted to say hello. And I want to share a little bit about myself, and I'd love to know a little bit about you. And you can share where you live, if you have kids, what you do. You can share what you're passionate about, your hobbies, and what you're most excited about, whatever you want to do. But I want you all to do an intro post on your primary platform. It could be a Facebook post. It could be an Instagram post. You could also do a reel or a TikTok. Totally can do that. TikTok, you can pin to the top of your grid there. You could do LinkedIn, whatever your primary platform is for your homework. I want you to create an intro post with a CTA, okay? And a call to action is to prompt them to comment below and tell a little bit about themselves, okay? All right, does that sound good? You guys got that? All right, so for day 4, we're gonna start getting into selling and different things there, which will be a lot of fun. I'm super excited about that. And then we are going into VIP right now. We'll see you guys back here 11 a.m. Central. Continue to share in takeaways, insights into stories. So you can take a picture of me, take a picture of yourself, throw it in your stories and tag me at the Goal Digger Girl. We'd love to get those shout outs. And you guys have really been taking over my social channels, which has been a lot of fun. Okay. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Until next time, get lit in your business and set your soul on fire. We'll see you soon.